Let me tell you a bit more about the supplies that I'm using this year. I honestly don't feel like doing anything because I'm just overwhelmed. So I come into my classroom and I see this on my smart board. So this is what I have to do to get my classroom ready. After the meeting, there were some rearrangements in the classrooms, so I got evicted. Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Panos, but I'm also one Greek teacher. This Saturday was my first day at school, and if you haven't seen that vlog, make sure you check it out because it's actually really good, and it was the first time that I vlogged in my classroom and it was really good. I really loved vlogging in my classroom. So this is my first weekly vlog and this is my fourth one actually, and if you have not already subscribed, make sure you do because I will be posting many videos from now on a weekly basis, and it's time for me to actually get on a little schedule just so that but most importantly you can know when I will be posting, what time and what day. It will probably be Sunday, but let me tell you what is currently happening. So today is Tuesday and tomorrow will be my first Wednesday back to school. Now, because I don't have the same students as on Saturday, it will be a second first day in the year, and that's actually a bit complicated, but I might go with the same plan as I did on Saturday, although I will have less time than I do on Saturday. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Another thing that I have to do is send a welcome email to the parents to welcome them to second grade and actually tell them what school supplies we need, to introduce them to Class Dojo if they don't already know. So that's something that needs to be done. Let me tell you a bit more about the supplies that I'm using this year. My supply list is not really big because I don't really need many things. I only see the same students only once a week, whether that's Wednesday or Saturday, so I don't really need much. So I'm gonna have approximately 30 lessons with my Saturday students and another 30 lessons with my Wednesday students. And Saturday students are kind of more important because I've got more students in one classroom, and Wednesday's a bit more complicated, not many kids attend, but it's still important. I'm still trying my best. It's not that I put less effort, it's still I'm still working hard to get some things done and to teach in the best way possible, and I want them to get everything that they can from my lessons. So my supply list is really small. So first of all, I ask for just a pencil and a rubber. Another thing that I ask them to buy is are 2 notebooks, because I actually need 4 notebooks. The school actually provides 2 notebooks for free, and these are them. You can see there, it's a really basic notebook. It has a picture at the front, so you can write the name, class, school, and the subject. And then it's not really a big notebook. I'm gonna use these for any subject that doesn't really need much space. So that could be the classwork. So we don't really do much writing on our notebooks, unless it's something for grammar or if I teach writing or anything like that. But for the most part, I will just hand out photocopies and most of the work will be done there. Now, another notebook that I need is for us to separate some words into categories. Now, in Greek, we've got genders for our words, so basically you can call it she. So because it's a really new concept for people that don't speak Greek, I want to use a notebook such as this to actually categorize the words in the genders, so it can be easier for them to identify them and use them in the Greek language. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that when the time comes. The third one that I need is a homework notebook. So there will be all the homework, whether that will be photocopies sticked inside, whether that will be any copying that they will have to do, or any other kind of homework that I will have asked them. It will be there, and they will turn that notebook to me in the morning so that I can see that and grade it and actually mark that they have given me homework. Then the fourth and last one is the spelling test notebook. Now, because we do spelling tests every time in the morning, it will be less complicated if I have a separate book for homework and a separate book for spelling tests, so that I don't get them mixed. Now, I told them that all these notebooks don't have to be big just because I only see them 30 times for this year, and we're not gonna use them much. So I told them not to be really big in terms of size or in terms of page numbers, so that there is no any waste of paper in the end of the year. The last thing that I told them to buy is a folders, so that they can actually actually store the photocopies that I give them, because if I see them just throwing them inside the bag, I will just lose it at the same moment that I see it, and I don't want this to happen. So I want to just teach a bit of organization this year, so this is what I'm gonna do. So this little supply list will help me to have a really organized year and actually have everything accessible, and I will just teach organization skills with that. So that's it really about the supply list. Now tomorrow will be my first Wednesday back, and I'm teaching from 5:30 to 7:30 in the afternoon, and I'm gonna have both first grade and second grade for now, because there is a little mix up with teachers and what classes we're gonna get, but for the most part what I know is that I will have the first grade and second grade together. Now I don't know how this will work, and that really depends on how many students will come from each class. If we're gonna have many students from both classes, they will be separated. But for now, they're combined, and we're gonna see how this happens. So what we're gonna do tomorrow is we're gonna come into the classroom and we're gonna start introducing ourselves, because I don't know any first graders, so we're gonna start introducing ourselves, say how our summer was. So the slides so far are the same, and then we're not gonna play the M&M's game because my second graders already played that, and because I don't want to buy another bag of M&M's. And if you're wondering what happened to the remaining bags from last Saturday, I think that the answer is quite obvious. So I'm not gonna buy more M&M's. I'm gonna do the dice breaker this time, and the would you rather. So we have less time than we did on Saturday, so even the dice breaker will be fine for an activity. Now the next period after recess, we're gonna do again classroom instructions, and then we're gonna do rules and why we have to follow them and why it's important to have rules in our classroom. Now I'm also going to introduce the behavior management system, which will not be Class Dojo. It will be my flip chart, which I personally made last year. It's kind of messy right now, but so I used basic shapes from PowerPoint, and this is in Greek, as you can see, and I used basic shapes from PowerPoint, and I got them to actually draw their clothes pegs with watercolors. I wasn't really sure whether I wanted to use this or not. However, today I went to Poundland again, and I saw this 60 pack of clothes peg, and I knew that it was meant to be, and I bought all these for £1. So I'm gonna write their names. I don't know if I will get them to draw them again. I might do, but I might not. We'll see. But what I know is that they're made of wood, so it's easy for me to write their names on, and we will use this for every Wednesday, because it's really easier to use this instead of Class Dojo for Wednesdays. And this is the behavior system that I'm going to introduce tomorrow. And lastly, after I introduce this behavior system, we're probably gonna play bingo for the rest of the period, because the second period is not really that big, so we're probably gonna play bingo. So tomorrow will be still a chill day like Saturday was, and I hope that this works for the best. And this is how far it goes for today, so I'm gonna catch up with you all probably tomorrow. Good morning everyone, today is Wednesday, it's a brand new day, and I honestly don't feel like doing anything because I'm just overwhelmed with everything that I have done today. I was running here and there for things about university and everything that is currently happening in my life at the moment, so it was really frustrating because I still have a lot to do until I can go to school and actually teach. So today will be a really long day, and I just hope it will pass quickly because I'm just in no mood for all of this, and I just hope that it ends as soon as possible. I just look forward to teach today, and I'm really excited for what I'm planning to do with my students, and I'm also really excited for meeting my new first graders, and we're gonna see how this goes. So I come into my classroom and I see this on my smart board. I'm like, wow, okay, this is fun. I'm gonna have to see I'm gonna have to deal with this. I had a box of dominoes inside my bag, and half of them are actually inside my bag because the box opened. So yeah, I'm in the classroom right now, and what I'm planning to do is first of all set up the smartboard, have it ready to go, and then I want to review my plans, figure out what I'm gonna do with the dominoes. So until then, I'm gonna catch up with you all later on. It is now the end of the day. Today was hectic. It wasn't really hectic, but I met my new students. I've got 2 first graders, and I actually have a new student for second grade for Saturday. So now I have 14 people, and I don't know. I have mixed feelings because his level is so high, and it will be difficult, but I will try my best. Today was actually really fun. We played dice breakers, and all of them actually loved it. They loved it to the extreme. It was actually amazing. I liked it as well. It was really funny, and we also played the Would You Rather in my pillow area, which is here. And they really liked that we played the Would You Rather in the pillow area because they were comfortable, and they were also anxious, and they were looking at me like I was an alien, which didn't really happen on Saturday, but today it happened. It happened a lot. So the dice breaker really broke the ice, and I can say that I'm really proud for everything. Next time I will be planning to start doing some lessons and some writing, although I don't really know what I'm going to do with both classes being here, so I will have to find out and actually see what I'll do. Good morning everyone, and welcome back. Today is Thursday. It's a brand new day to get some things done. I just returned from the gym. As you can see that it's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning in London, and I just got advantage of it. I said to myself, go to the gym, get something you can accomplish today, because later on I'm going to go with some friends to eat. So today will be a really relaxed day, but I am planning for my Saturday lesson. Half of the day is actually planned, but I am on the lookout for a fairy tale because I want to do a read aloud and then just have a discussion and then maybe draw something that has to do with the story. But I haven't really found a good fairy tale to actually read. And it's really difficult because many of them don't speak Greek, and it's really challenging to find a fairy tale that will actually fit everyone's needs. So I need it to be easy. I need it to be easy to explain to them and not have any difficult words inside. And I need to be as simple as possible so that my beginner students can understand and then actually have the conversation. Good morning everyone. Today is Saturday and it's again a beautiful morning. The sun is out, so it's a beautiful morning. It's currently 8 a.m. I'm gonna head to school. At 9 a.m. we're gonna have a staff meeting and we're gonna have a brief discussion about any final arrangements, anything we need to know about this year. We will get the folders with the registers, with the report books, with everything else that we will need this year to make it work. And I'm gonna go there from 8:30 because I actually want to get some photocopies done. So because I do know that the school is gonna be open from 8:30, I'll go there, make the photocopies and actually go through today's lesson with you guys because I'm really excited for what I'm doing today. So without further hesitation, I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna see you all in my classroom.
Okay, so I'm in my classroom right now. I'll make some photocopies, so that's why I came here early, but the photocopy machine is taken. So for right now, I'm just gonna set my smart board and maybe show you guys what I'm doing today. So this is what I have to do to get my classroom ready to teach on Saturday, and this is what I will have to do every single time. So I made my photocopies and everything is ready, so my smartboard is connected, and I want to go through what I'm doing today. So today, apart from practicing the last year's curriculum, meaning alphabet, all this stuff that we practiced last year, just so that I can remind them, I'm introducing numbers as a vocabulary unit. So this year we're learning numbers from 1 to 20. So last year they learned from 1 to 10. So now we're going to practice just a little bit on numbers 1 to 10 for the first lesson, and on the second lesson I'm going to introduce the new numbers, we're going to review them, and that will be the end of it. So I thought this will be a really simple vocabulary unit to start. So I went ahead and wrote the numbers with the letters as well. This is a basic word art from PowerPoint, so it really did the job. So I'm going to start by writing the numbers on the board, and they will be repeating them, and I'm going to practice a bit on reading as well. And then I'm going to give each group a tray and a plastic cup which will contain 10 scrap papers inside, and they will have to unfold the papers and put the numbers in order, and the numbers will be written on these papers with letters, so that they have to read the numbers to put them in the right order. The first group that finishes the arrangement correctly will be the one that will get a working hard dojo point, but also they will do it on the smartboard. So this is what I'll do, and then I'm going to give them a photocopy which will have additions and subtractions, but instead of actual numbers, it will have the numbers in letters. So the first exercise will be addition, and the second exercise will be subtraction, and they will have to write the numbers in letters as well. Then I'm going to give them some dominoes, and I'm going to tell them that if the number they get is over 10, they have to do a subtraction. If the number they get is less than 10 or 10, they can do addition. And then the last exercises will be, I will give them a number and they will have to write again in letters the previous one and the next one. And then the last exercise will be the complete opposite. So they're going to have to write the number. So, yeah. That's really it. So I hope today will be a great day. If I have time, we'll do a fairy tale. I actually found a fairy tale about a swordfish that didn't want to go to school because the other kids were making fun of him for his nose, and then he put the value of his nose, and then we're going to have a discussion. So if we can't do this, it's fine. But I do want to show you our morning meeting slides. Here's the morning slide that I'm going to be projecting on the board. So it has the date, it has the word of the day, which is I'm excited, and then it has what we'll do in flexible hour. So I did want to talk to you about what flexible hour is. Basically, it will be the last 30 minutes of the day where we're going to do something different every time, whether that will be a rehearsal, whether that will be history, like going through Greek mythology or watch a video about it, or literature, meaning a fairy tale or something like that. So today, I wrote down that we're doing a fairy tale, and then this is what we're going to need for our lesson, and that's a pencil and a notebook. The notebooks are right here, so we have that ready to go. And then I have the question of the day, which today is, what is the first thing you thought about this morning? Then the next slide, we will have to answer how we feel today. So I've got happy, sad, angry, confused, and cool, and I have the first part of the answer. They will have to add the second one. And I have the words for the girls as well, so we don't have any mix-ups. Then we're going to talk about the weather. What's the weather like today? So because I wanted to practice a bit their Greek speaking, they will have to tell me what the weather is like, but also in another sentence what the weather is not like. So if today's sunny, it's not snowing, for example. So something like that. Then we're going to go through our classroom rules, because I feel like I went through them more thoroughly on Wednesday. So I will ask them if they remember them. So if they do, I'm just gonna drag this away. But I seem to have some issues that I'm gonna fix. So yes. Then I'll show them the class dojo to discuss about what happens when we follow the rules and what happens when we don't. And they were really interested to see the list and where they are. So here it is. And here's also a list of the groups and also the good and bad points. So yeah, and then I want to practice a bit on asking some questions such as how can we say to go to the toilet, and then I've got this freaking out emoji, and I'm gonna ask him what does he want and how can he ask for it. So the same goes with water, and same goes with asking a question, and the same goes with needing help. And that's really it. Then we'll practice on reading and writing, and this is all we're doing today. I don't think we'll have much time, and I might have to give up on the fairy tale, but I do hope that we'll do it, because it will be fun. So yeah, I'm gonna catch up with you all at the end of the day, because right now I'm gonna head to the meeting, so see you later. Okay, it's the end of the day. Everything went great, so all the number exercises and everything, but I didn't really have time to do much practice on what we worked on last year. I hope I will find some time to do it next lesson. However, I do have some news, and this background might not be really familiar to you all, but after the meeting there were some rearrangements in the classrooms, so I got evicted and I came into a new classroom with a smart board. So that will mean that I will have to use the school's projector, and I will try to figure out a way to have everything set. So let me show you the classroom. So this is it. You see that it doesn't cover much or any of the board, but I'll try my best to work with what I have, you know. This classroom is on the upper floor, so it's not on the ground floor, and the tables are already in groups, so that's a great thing. I don't have to do this every morning. In order to set up the projector, it will be a little bit of a mess, but I will try my best to do everything that I can. Reflection for today. It was amazing. Everything was amazing, and the teamwork activities went great, amazing, and I was really surprised with how well they worked. So, great. I'm gonna work on the plans for the other vocabulary units because I'm starting university next week, so I need to be prepared. So I'm gonna leave. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe, and stay tuned for later videos. Also, follow me on Instagram. You can DM me if you want to get in touch with me, or you can even email me at teacherpanos@hotmail.com. And I look forward to posting the next video for you all. Until then, remember that it's all about learning. All the best. Bye!